Hi everyone, this is Joanne and I'm back. Sorry about, the long silence. I think the last video I made was booktubeathon. Oops. Reasons for that are I don't really have any. But I'm off today and so I felt kind of inspired, so hopefully there will be a couple of videos coming. Maybe. At least this one. Yay! So to jump back into the whole YouTube video thing, I wanted to do a tag video. Not that I've been tagged or anything, I don't think. But it was a video that I saw going around and I liked the tag, I liked the questions, and so we're gonna do it. So reading habits. The reading habits tag. When I have stuff on my glasses, sometimes I just can't concentrate and I'm like, what is this on my glasses? Question number 1 is, do you have a certain place in the house that you read? Kind of. When my rocking chair is clean, not very often, but when it is, I like to read on my rocking chair. I also like to knit in my rocking chair because old lady status. I also like to read in that corner of my bed where all my stuff is. Just prop the pillows up, lean back a little bit. I don't like to lie flat reading the book because the only other place is on the couch in the living room, but depending on what time of day or night, I don't really do that because my parents are watching TV, my brother's watching TV, they're playing Scrabble, whatever. So yeah, 3 places I like to read. Question number 2. Do I like to use a bookmark or paper to mark my spot? And I use both. I don't really use paper so much as sticky notes. I tend to have a lot of sticky notes in my purse, just left over from the semester, I think. So I love sticky notes. I love sticky notes. So I use sticky notes. I also have a bookmark, a few bookmarks. So I have this cool magnetic one that kind of just, clips to the page. I like that. It's kind of blasphemous maybe, but I do dog ear the pages. Not only when I'm reading, but also like when I come across a quote I really like and I don't have sticky notes with me, I will dog ear the page. So oops. No shame, whatever, they're my books. Now, question number 3 is, do you have to stop at a chapter or after reading a certain number of pages, or can you just stop reading? I prefer to stop at the end of a chapter just because it gives me a little bit of closure or something, or I feel like I have completed the thoughts. Even if I'm left dangling, I feel like I've completed the thought. I can just stop reading if I have to, which is what happens when I read at work. So, but preferably at the end of a chapter. Page numbers I can't really do because now that I've noticed that I'm a little bit of a slower reader than I used to be, I get frustrated that I can't read that many pages as fast as I want, and then I just stop reading, which is not what you want. So, question number 4 is, can you read or eat or drink while reading? And the answer is yes. Yes, I can. It just kind of depends on what format of book that I'm reading, but no matter which format, I can always be drinking, which is a problem because I really love juice. Question number 5 is, can you multitask while reading? I can't really multitask at all, period. However, I can listen to music while reading. There are some books where I specifically have to have music while I'm reading because it just gets me in the mood. What's the book? North and South. Whenever I pick up North and South, I put on the music from Pride and Prejudice because it gets me in that mood and I just love that music and I have to. If I do listen to music though, it has to be instrumental or classical while reading. I can't do like listening to words while trying to read words. I can't do that. But TV, not really. And that's usually when I listen to music too, is if I'm reading somewhere where there's a lot of distractions, I put in the music to read the book. So. Number 7 is, did I do 6 like this? 5. Oh no, I'm on number 6. I'm on number 6. Question number 6 is, do you like to read no, just kidding. That's number 7. Well, let me ask number 7 since I already started. Number 7 is, do you like to read at home or can you read everywhere? And the answer for that is everywhere. I like to read everywhere. I almost always carry a book with me. Like right now in my purse I'm carrying The Girl with the Blue Beret with me. And it's a smaller book, not very heavy. So that's cool. And thanks to the Kindle app on my Note 3, I have a boatload of books that I have with me all the time anyway. So yeah, everywhere. I don't necessarily have a preference though. As long as I can be kind of comfortable while I'm reading. Okay. Question number 6, that is actually now 7. Do you like to read one book at once or several at a time? I am a several at a time kind of girl, which I realize I should probably start focusing my attentions to just one book, but I can't. Because if I get mad at one character, I have to be able to move to another story to kind of get over it, and then I can come back. So that's the logic behind that. And also, if I'm not in the mood for the book, I'm not going to force myself to read it. So several books at once tend to happen. You can look at my Goodreads list. Number 8, do you like to read out loud or silently? Preferably silently. I read silently to myself. However, sometimes if I read something really silly, I'll read it out loud. When I'm reading North and South or a book that I'm just having a hard time reading for whatever reason, I will read out loud to myself as well. But more often than not, I'm a silent reader. Number 9, do you read ahead or skip pages? Yes. I don't skip pages though, because I can't do that, because then I get irritated and I go back, and I don't like doing that. But I will skip ahead. The character that I'm watching or listening to is being annoying. I'll kind of just skim read, stop complaining, oh, good stuff. But I try not to do that so much anymore, because every so often you miss the important stuff while they're complaining. So, but I do skip ahead. Question number 10 is, do you break the spine or do you prefer to keep it like new? I break the spine. I break the spine. It does make the paperback versions of the books look a little not as pretty, but to me, broken spines shows enjoyment. And I prefer to enjoy my books than keep them pretty. If I want to cover that up, I will start buying more hardbacks. Question number 11 is, do you write in your books? The answer is yes, I do. Nowadays, I tend not to write as much in my books as I used to, because I carry a notebook with me, and I can just write it down in the notebook, or I can just make a note of it in my phone. And so I'll just dog ear the page instead. But before I had my phone and before I wanted to carry a notebook around with me all the time, I would underline, and I would also highlight too. Not in books that I'm reading for high school or anything, or college. Just, my own personal books. I don't know. And without realizing it, I lent a copy of a book out that I had marked up, kind of. And my friend gave it back to me, and she said, it really kind of helped her enjoy it more, and it gave her a better understanding of me. And number 12 is who you tag. I don't really tag anybody because people are doing the tag if they want. If you want to do the tag, you should do it. Yeah. Happy reading, guys. Bye.